Shinsuke, you always look the same.
Y'all ain't nothing but a bunch of low-class street thugs.
Who remembers Yoshi Tatsu? He had such an awesome theme song back then. In Tatsu's ECW debut, he was set to go one-on-one with the gold standard Shelton Benjamin. However, before their match took place, Benjamin cut a short promo mocking Tatsu's Japanese nationality in a series of racial stereotypes. He began by mimicking a Japanese accent while talking to Yoshi Tatsu, which was quite funny to hear admittedly, but also not funny at the same time. Benjamin was not done there, as he then proceeded to further humiliate Tatsu by bowing at everyone, performing a crane stance, and even a sumo pose. Although Benjamin was just doing his job as a heel, the whole segment crossed the line a little, and it was an unnecessary way for Benjamin to generate heat, having to resort to racial stereotyping. One guy in the crowd can agree.
So stand back, please.
Eventually, Benjamin got what he deserved as Tatsu landed a roundhouse kick to the head of Benjamin and pinned him for the victory, the last time that Tatsu actually won a match. In an episode of the VIP Lounge, MVP's own interview segment, Randy Orton came to the ring with the Legacy and delivered a promo on MVP, Kofi Kingston, and Mark Henry that had some slightly racial overtones, let's just say. In fact, the promo, in essence, was just one big racial stereotype. Orton began by calling MVP, Kingston, and Henry nothing but a couple of low-class street thugs, and then went on to say that Mark Henry stole a victory the other day. Orton then said that MVP was the definition of the common criminal, or in Orton's case, the common criminal. The common criminal. What? Crinimal. Look, just listen to the clip.
You are the definition of the common criminal.
Which was a reference to MVP's past run-ins with the law. Orton closed the promo by saying that the Legacy and himself were born in the business, meaning they belong here, whereas the only place where MVP, Kingston, and Henry belong is the hood, where they came from. Some may argue that Orton was just being a heel. However, using racial stereotyping in order to generate heat is a little too far, don't you think? If Jinder Mahal's first promo on Shinsuke Nakamura wasn't bad enough,
Godzilla!
well, his second promo on the September 19th episode of SmackDown Live was beyond tasteless. In fact, the promo was a plain mockery of Nakamura's nationality, filled with stereotypes and even contained some racial slurs. Similarly to number 5, one guy in the crowd can agree. During the promo, the modern-day
Maharaja
talked about how the fine people of Japan feast on felines and dine on dolphins, before making fun of Nakamura's facial expressions, all while the Singh brothers were laughing hysterically. Well, trying to at least. Some 5-star quality acting from the Singh brothers. Just look, he's even ruffling. At one point, Mahal poked fun at the way Nakamura speaks and looks by saying, "You always rook the same," which did not go down well with the crowd. That was not all, as Mahal then proceeded to call Nakamura Mr. Miyagi, the Japanese karate master from the original Karate Kid movies, while the Singh brothers were mimicking martial arts moves. Even fans in the crowd were heard chanting, "That's too far," which says something. One thing's for sure though, the promo solidified Jinder Mahal as a true heel. However, you have got to admit that it went a little too far. Far enough, in fact, that the promo was the only segment from the SmackDown Live show to not be uploaded to the WWE YouTube channel. Let's be honest, we all know who was really behind that promo. After winning a Battle Royal to become the #1 contender for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, Booker T came to the ring to express his excitement. However, was interrupted by the World Heavyweight Champion at the time, Triple H. Triple H came to the ring, accompanied by the Nature Boy Ric Flair, and cut a controversial promo that had some racial connotations. Triple H started by saying how Booker T was confused about his role in life, and let Booker T know that somebody like you doesn't get to be a world champion. People like you don't deserve it. He then went on to say that Booker T was not a competitor, but an entertainer, there to dance and ridiculing his past accomplishments at WCW. Throughout the promo, Booker T looked so pissed, and understandably so. The whole promo was uncomfortable to watch, and was later brushed off as Triple H referring to Booker T's criminal past. But we all know that that was not really the case. The racial remarks continued in the weeks leading up to their title match, as Ric Flair told Booker T to chauffeur him and Triple H around, as well as carry their bags, as that is something he is qualified to do. And in another instance, Booker T confronted Triple H backstage, to which he threw a dollar bill at Booker T, asking for a towel. The feud eventually culminated in a match at WrestleMania 19, where Triple H emerged victorious. Because of course he did. In a backstage segment at Survivor Series 2005, the chairman, Vince McMahon, dropped the N-word out of the blue, which left fans in utter shock. During the segment, Vince McMahon goes up to the then WWE champion, John Cena, or should I say, the Doctor of Thugonomics, the streets. Cena replies with, "Just holding it down, trying to take care of business," referring to his WWE championship, to which McMahon unexpectedly says, "Keep it up, my Vince McMahon then struts past a stunned Booker T, whose reaction is priceless and sums up perfectly what we were all just thinking.
Tell me, he didn't just say that.
Booker T was probably included in the segment as a joke, to when he accidentally dropped the N-bomb when cutting a promo during his days in Harlem Heat.
And after we take Lex Luger and the Giant, we want the gold, sucker. Hulk Hogan, we coming for you.
It was at this moment that
Booker T
knew he f***ed up.
I should point out for the record, Stevie Ray, look at this. Take
Although Vince McMahon used the word in a comedic fashion, the word, whatever the spelling, is categorically
Keep it up, I'm a Nick. Tell me, he didn't just say that.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please show your support by leaving a like and sharing this video, as it really does help us a lot. Don't forget to comment below too, and we will pin up the best comment. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video from us. Lastly, for daily wrestling facts and more, follow all of our social media accounts, which are on screen and in the description. Thanks, and until the next video.